Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the broadcast today. Davis Barlow here with a new face for me, at least as far as broadcast goes here on Piedmont Athletics. Chloe.
Hi, everyone. It's good to see everyone. And this lovely afternoon, we got some great weather. Approaching 2 o'clock, the kickoff time. We're going to stay silent for the first little bit for the national anthem.
National anthem complete. Beautiful day, Demorest, Georgia. 80 degrees, about 86 down on the pitch here. So it's still a little warm for September in the North Georgia mountains, but Piedmont soccer action nonetheless in front of us. Chloe, the tale of two teams eerily similar here. 0-3-2 for Piedmont, 0-4-2 for Pfeiffer. Something's got to give today.
Yeah, absolutely. Piedmont coming off a really good performance a couple days ago at home. They played very, very well, ended in a 0-0 draw, but they have a lot of good things to take away from that. Going to want to build off of that really good performance they had there. Pfeiffer, once again, still looking for their first win of the season. I think this is going to be a very good game here. Pfeiffer have played one more game. They've had one more goal than Piedmont, and they have allowed more goals as well. So I think it's going to be a good one. I would favor our Lions. They've got the home crowd, the home field advantage, and honestly, I think the Lions can have this one, especially with that last performance they just had.
That last performance here against Bob Jones earlier this week. Piedmont outshot 21-9, but had their fair share of opportunities. Vogel on a couple counterattacks. Austin had a really good look at frame as well. Just couldn't quite put it away. And then, of course, the highlight of that contest for the Lions, Bobby Wood, 9 for 9 on saves, including a one-on-one with a forward from Bob Jones. Took it straight off the chest, kicked out of the box into a safe zone. And that is a big step there for Bobby Wood. Again, 0-0. He's in goal today. We'll cover starting rosters here in just a little bit. But the freshman's already faced 100 shots across 5 games. He's had to make 36 saves.
Yeah, so Bobby Wood has been absolutely great this season so far. Probably one of the most important players, certainly one of my players to watch for this one.
Yeah, no rest for the weary back there today. Probably not going to change. Pfeiffer, across 6 games, has 62 shots, with about half of them being on frame. So as the teams break the international walkout and head back to their respective sides of the pitch, we'll cover the starting rosters today. First, starting with Piedmont. In the white, Bobby Wood again in goal. 0-0 will be in that neon yellow back in the far view of your camera. And then, of course, the rest of the Lions in that white with green numbering there. Big fan of the home whites. But James Cash, number 3, getting the start today. Jared Scott, Colin Vogel, Bryson Teal, and Jared Grage, that forward midfield combination there. Austin, number 18, up top with them. Ricardo Ruiz, the only player with 2 assists for the Lions in that midfield area. And then Jojo Crofy, Victor Cañas, and Adam Cook will round out that back line. Cash, again, back there with them. And then, Chloe, how's Pfeiffer line up today?
Well, the Pfeiffer Falcons lining up. In the sticks, sophomore goalkeeper Ali Jafar. Number 3, junior defender Nigel Johnson. Number 6, freshman defender Luis Miranda. Number 9, sophomore midfielder Asuncio Gonzalez. Number 10, freshman midfielder Ricky Garcia. Number 12, senior defender Nico Soriano. Number 14, freshman forward Jacob Rocha. Number 16, junior forward Nick Rochetti. Number 17, junior defender Caleb Livengood. And number 23, sophomore midfielder Steven Lozano. Lastly, number 24, freshman defender Micah Jenkins.
So good lineups for both teams here today. I'm excited to see what this contest holds in front of us. Pfeiffer will have the opening possession as far as this one goes. They're in their typical yellow, black pants, a little bit of black trim, black numbering as well. So very easy to see. They'll be moving left to right on your screen. Piedmont coming almost at you here with some right to left action. And we are underway from the Walker Athletic Complex. And a matchup that Piedmont really needs to find some kind of success, Chloe. And, of course, Vogel, the freshman headline for this Lions squad. But I'd like to see some others get involved as well.
Absolutely. And, Jason Austin, with a little bit of a trick there, Jason Austin has been equally as important to this team as Colin Vogel has been. Those two up top, the flair and the speed of Austin and Vogel have been phenomenal up top for the Lions. Excited to see how those two get off. You want to get them with a lot of touches on the ball early in the game to get them off the mark.
And it's immediate action as the corner's taken by Jared Scott. Seen out of the box back to the midfield zone where the Lions await a free touch here. Good movement, 1-2, back and forth. Down line we go. Vogel not quite ready, and it'll be a goal kick for the Falcons here. Something to note, a big note, in fact, the stat leader for the Pfeiffer Falcons here, Sam Stewart, not getting the start today. I do believe he is here today, but he leads them with 7 total points, 3 goals and an assist to his name. He leads them in shots as well. He will not be on the pitch, at least to start this contest, Chloe. So maybe a little super sub action for him, or potentially, day off.
Yeah, something to note, definitely. Excited to see who's going to step up for the Falcons for that. And in the event that no one does step up for the Falcons, the Lions have to take advantage of that.
Rocha with plenty of time and space there on that back line. Looks to work this one up to the midfield. Pfeiffer's attack a little bit slower here. They're going to dominate the possession game. It's been the story of Pfeiffer here. And speaking of history, Pfeiffer got the best of the Lions last time these two teams met. Double overtime game. It took 110 minutes for us to find a winner, but it did end up being the Falcons there. That's a heartbreaking loss for the Lions. They'll look to avenge that here today. A lot of faces changes as well. No Cameron Earls for the Lions here. He was a big factor in that game the last time these two teams played, as well as Pfeiffer's, one of their leading all-time scorers was a big factor in that game, who is no longer a part of their squad today. This one worked over to the right wing. That back line again for this Pfeiffer squad going to need to be a big factor. They've conceded 20 goals across 6 games, so they need a strong game here unless they want to see that total continue to increase. That one played out to the side to avoid the corner. It will be a throw-in for the Falcons.
Yeah, and just like you saying that Pfeiffer are going to need to bring those shots, our defense, the Lions, are going to have to bring their defense, especially the defense that they had just the other day against Bob Jones University. They were phenomenal the other day. Specifically, one player to note, JoJo Crofy. I think he's been one of the best players so far this season for the Lions. He's going to have to step up along with Bobby Wood, James Cash, just so many great defenders back there. They're going to have a good showing today, pardon me.
Crofty, one of the big seniors on that back line. He does have a fantastic presence about him there as he really locks down the defense. It's tough to judge by stats as defenders don't get too many stats. This one skied well off the mark. We'll carry him off the hill and come back down. Bobby Wood will take the goal kick. Victor Conyas at left back today, a senior trying to work into that back line area, provide some leadership and depth back there. Sophomore James Cash on the back line, and then rounding it out today as well, Adam Cook, a freshman, over at the right back position. So a good experience, good mix of experience and youth back there for the Lions, and they've spent a better portion of this game, Chloe, trapped on this back half here. Have to find a way to break this pressure. Yeah,
and I think they're going to want to play a little bit more direct, but I don't think that's how you're going to get the best results today. I think they're going to want to have to play on the ground. I expect Pfeiffer to high press a little bit, but the Lions are more than capable of playing out of that high pressure.
Whistle, and this one will be brought back here. I believe it was an advantage for Pfeiffer that has been drawn back. Ref is marking where this one will be. But looks about 27 outside the box here. Potential chance to put this on frame, but no real danger here. Lions will go with a one-man wall.
Yeah, one thing to note here is that Bobby Wood is currently facing the sun, a bright sun, may I add. So he's going to have to be really on his game, especially in this first half.
Steven Lonzo going to swing this one in with the left foot. Wanted the back post run. It actually ends up there. Wood made a save. Second one's off the crossbar. Oh my goodness, Bobby Wood at point blank range turned that one aside. The follow-up takes an unfriendly bounce for the Falcons. Home field advantage, we'll call it, for Piedmont, as that one caroms out and for a goal kick, but that is an early scare for the Lions.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, a really early break. Great stuff early on from Bobby Wood to make that save, especially facing the sun. That's so difficult to do. The second shot, hitting the crossbar and just ricocheting off with a lot of speed off that. They're lucky that that one went out.
Counter-attack played forward to Vogel, will not come through. And again, Colin Vogel, one of the early bright spots for this Lions squad. He's netted 3 already. He's looking really good. He leads the Lions in points as well. Austin has been able to thrive as well up top with him, and those two need to have a good game. They excel, Chloe, in the counterattack, and based on the early looks of this one, as the foul's given away, probably where Piedmont's going to spend most of their attacking time.
Oh, absolutely. And not to mention, we've talked so much about Colin Vogel and Jason Austin, but one person also to mention is Jarrett Scott. He's been very well on that right-hand side as well. He's been just as dangerous. It feels like a lot of players, when they watch film, they're looking at Vogel, they're looking at Austin. Those are the players to watch. That leaves Jarrett Scott on the right side wide open to cause a lot of damage, and I think he's done that this season.
Jarrett Scott, big senior name here for this Lions squad. If he could really come to life as far as the stats go, Chloe, he would provide a much-needed boost. Having 3 threats up top is a massive advantage.
Absolutely.
Here in the NCAA Division III. That one out for a goal kick here, and Jarfar will load up for his first big boot of the day.
Yeah, and Pfeiffer really taking their time here. It is hot today. This UV, I think, is really high, probably 7 or 8 out of 10. It is intense, especially out there on the turf. It makes it so much more difficult to play in. You have to watch your fitness. You make sure that just because it's early on, you've got a lot of adrenaline, you're ready to go, you don't use all of that too quickly, or else when you hit about the 20-minute mark, you'll be lacking.
Rare scene for it to be so warm here in Demorest. This late into the fall here, October just around the corner. The mountain air starting to make its way down here. When the sun goes away, Chloe, it does get a little bit cooler, but that overcast that was here just moments ago is not here, and you're correct, that turf picks up 10 to 15 degrees of heat added on to what's already being felt here around Demorest, Georgia.
Yeah, absolutely. There is one big cloud above, but is nowhere near the sun, so as of now, we're just going to have to be soaking in the sun a bit.
Speaking of above here, this one's going to be swung long into the box. Lions have 3 lined up, make it 4 on the run here, headed toward Ricardo Ruiz, but headed right back out of the box. Pfeiffer's defense done a good job on the 2 balls served in thus far. Trying to slow a counterattack here, no turn granted, and Pfeiffer, patient as always, will play this one straight back to their back line.
Yeah, Pfeiffer not afraid to play out of the back. That's what beautiful football you like to see from Pfeiffer.
This one swung over to the midfield area, and here we come once again. Historically, Pfeiffer has not had success here at the Walker Athletic Complex, yet to have a win. In fact, their only results here in Demorest have been losses, Chloe. They're going to look to change that, and this has been a real home-and-home matchup as well. Piedmont, no real success at Pfeiffer, just 1 win to their name despite 3 trips up there.
Yeah, I think the Lions definitely have that advantage today, especially with the home crowd. You're starting to see more and more people file in on this lovely Saturday. I think this is going to be a big crowd, an excited one. And I think the Lions faithful have been great this season. I think they are going to be nothing short of great once again today.
Crowds here in Demorest always fantastic. You can check us out at Piedmont Lions or at Piedmont MSOC on Instagram to see the photos of the games here. Massive turnouts for a couple of these games. Women's soccer gets some really good support here as well in Demorest. And, of course, it's the weekend, Chloe. Not too much to do around Demorest, Georgia, so this is the place to be on a Saturday.
Of course, supporting your Lions in Northeast Georgia, no better place.
Pfeiffer coaches want a handball, not going to get it. And once again, Pfeiffer to play out of the back as they're more content with just having possession here and really trying to dictate the pace of this game early. I'm not sure that's going to be a key to success here. The Lions seem to be pretty content to just sink back in and really just deal with the passing in the backfield and wait for the error. Error just came through here. Takeaway for Piedmont in the mid. Vogel with the run down the side. One-touch service is through the box untouched, but Jared Scott waits on the far side. Good defensive play from Miranda there. We'll just see it out to the side. Throw in Piedmont.
Yeah, and one thing about Pfeiffer playing out of the back, the most important player for them for that is number 12, Nico Soriano. Says he's a defender, but it looks like he's playing sort of like the 6th, the defensive mid. He's going to be vital in the making sure that they're able to keep possession out of the back.
Big slide tackle there will get the good takeaway. As this one all the way back to Kanyas. Crawfee just put that one in a dangerous spot. Grage cannot muscle his way into maintaining possession. It will be a turnover here, though. Pfeiffer hands it right back. Throw in Piedmont right here in front of the camera.
Yeah, they're going to want to take advantage of this one. That's a silly, silly giveaway from the Falcons.
Downline to Austin, couple good touches, checked from behind, and they'll rule out of bounds on Nigel Johnson here, the right back for this Pfeiffer squad. Back to Austin, down the side we go. Austin tried to slip through a couple, but will be depossessed. Once again, Pfeiffer, the passing here, just trying to work their way out. Big mistake here, a little bit too much hand checking there from Gonzalez, and it'll be a free kick. Crawfee taken quickly short. It really feels like a feeling out period here, Chloe. Neither of these teams are really pressing the issue, more just trying to poke holes and see where they can find a gap.
Yeah, and I think that comes from both teams just not having a win yet. They want this win so bad that I think they're starting to be a little more conservative than both teams usually would. Neither team wanting to make an early mistake because they know that early mistake will probably lead to them not getting the result they want in this one.
There's a long overhead ball, handled well by Jenkins and then seen away by Miranda. Piedmont will take over back in the midfield area. Kanyas all the way up from his defensive position to try to cause some issues there, but will play that one out of bounds.
Yeah, Piedmont starting to try and get a little bit more possession on the ball. Obviously, Pfeiffer are going to possess. We've seen that already in these first 12 or so minutes. Piedmont, the Lions, starting to possess a little bit more. It's what you want to see. I think that's where they've gotten most of their success. They've not been the greatest when they're going direct. When they're playing on the ground, that is when they've been the most dangerous.
Oh, this is a dangerous opportunity. Down line it goes. Good recovery speed from Jared Scott to stop the cross. We'll now head to a corner here. It was Miranda, again, up from that left back, making the run down the left wing.
The Lions going to need to be careful there. They've conceded a few goals off of set pieces. Going to want to make sure they're defensively sound, especially in the box.
Ricky Garcia to head over to the corner for the Falcons here. Right-footed will try to bend this one in towards Wood. Front post run. It's chaos in the box. Pair of Lions get a touch. The follow-up is an errant touch there from Caleb Livengood. And it will award Piedmont a goal kick taken quickly by Bobby Wood up to Vogel, with the header won by Johnson. Kanyas, a little bit awkward there. Will just be forced to tap this one out of bounds. Pfeiffer back in possession. To the midfield area. Long through ball here. One touch right to the foot of Jared Scott. His first touch a little heavy. He's pushed from behind. Flag goes up. This will be a good free kick opportunity here. Clock stops as well. Wow, this is going to be an early yellow here handed to Miranda.
I can see the yellow card. I can see why he gave it. I think Jared Scott put a little bit of a somersault theatrics in that, but no issue whatsoever if you're a Lions fan. You've got a really good opportunity here now. They're going to want to capitalize off of this one. It looks like they're trying to pull some trickery on the ball while the referee gets the Falcons back from 10 yards. And the referee taking his time, making sure he books the correct player. 3 players in the box so far. Looks like 4. I believe that's Jared Scott. Moving in, Jared Grage is moving in towards the top of the box.
So it will be Austin and Vogel. No surprise there as they stand over this one and discuss their plan of attack. 3-man wall for the Falcons here. Decent look, about 22 out. The angle a little bit rough. Piedmont, 4 players in the box. Asin loads up, went bottom left, and it'll catch just the outside netting.
Not a bad shot there, not a bad opportunity. The goalkeeper was shifted some because his wall was in front of the keeper's bottom left. Not a bad try there from Jason Asin. The Pfeiffer Falcons will once again just be playing this one out of the back. Their midfield is going to be crucial today, especially in this heat. I wouldn't be surprised to see some changes later on in this one just because of how hot it is and how much they're running.
Heat will definitely be a factor today. Piedmont already likes to delve to its bench. We'll see if the Falcons choose to do the same. But the early opportunity not coming through for Piedmont, and Pfeiffer will once again begin their trek from their back line. Long through ball here. First touch heavy, and we'll end up... No, this will stay inbounds. Nope, flag heads up. It did cross over that touch line. So a throw in from Piedmont down there. Adam Cook to take this one. One touch header over. Sent right back by Pfeiffer here. Pair of touches and nothing to show for it. James Cash will just play this one out to the side. Throw in for Pfeiffer.
15 minutes gone in this one. I feel like we're still seeing some conservativeness from both teams. The Lions and the Falcons have both gotten some chances, some good chances at that as well, but we've yet to see that one true breakthrough chance, that true breakthrough opportunity to flip this game.
Long throw in here, headed into the box, headed right back where it came from. Good physical play there as Ruiz able to come away with possession. Down line to Jared Scott. Has Asin in front of him, but will slow it down. Wanted to go back to Ruiz. It's cut out. Asin is well going to have it depossessed. Great defensive hustle there from Steven Lonzo. And all the way back to Jafar on this back line. Over to Jenkins. And Chloe, this is a very slow pace of play.
Yeah, I think that, like we said, the heat's going to be such a factor. I think part of that has to do with the heat, just because when Pfeiffer are controlling the game, they're controlling it at their speed. The Lions, you can start to see, they're not high pressing a ton, but they have their forwards a bit high just to apply some pressure. I think that they're going to try and want to wear out the Lions because defending is so tiring, especially in heat like this. You see it here with Victor Cañas sprinting down the line. That can take a lot out of you, especially if you're doing it over and over the span of a whole half, let alone a whole 90 minutes.
Throw in into the box, played right back to the throw-in taker. Header saved by Bobby Wood. Diving attempt there from Caleb Livengood. He got a good piece of that one, but Wood, again, will stand strong.
Another dangerous counterattacking opportunity. The Lions have been doing so much of that. They've gotten some good goals off of that. Their first home goal came from a counterattacking opportunity from Colin Vogel on the assist to Jason Asin. We're going to want to see more of that, especially with those two.
Pfeiffer to its back line one more time, and Jenkins going to look to send this one forward. It will slip over Cañas, but the first touch is not a pretty one. It will force some passes to the midfield area. Depossessed by Grage, and also he will boom this one up. Great first touch there by Asin, trying to get around one, pulls it back away from another. So he'll play this one over to Vogel. Time and space here, one-on-one with Johnson.
Looks like Vogel taking his time, trying to get some more Lions players up into the box, but the midfield just a little slow to react. Vogel lucky to win a corner here, but he's certainly looking at his midfield say, hey, I'm waiting on you guys.
Asin walking over towards this corner. Vogel still planted over there as well, just outside your camera view. He'll head back towards the box, and Asin will look to serve this one in. Service is long through the box here. Scott's going to be in a foot race to try to keep this one in bounds. He's tackled from behind. They'll rule it clean, and possession eventually taken away. Falcons will head the other direction here. 4 yellow jerseys towards the midfield area, but it will go over the touch line. Piedmont going to make the first substitution of the contest. It will be for Asin.
Didn't expect that one.
Yeah, that is not expected there. Austin will head out. There'll be another freshman forward here. Christy Pashero will be the forward coming in to replace Austin. He'll head down the left wing. Vogel will step up to the center. Not the change we were expecting early, but it might be a necessary one with the heat here. Counterattack. Good pace on this one. Weighted well, but a beautiful touch from Crawfie. We'll go back to Wood. His clearance is a poor one here. Thought about pulling it. Did Pfeiffer here around one. Beautiful tackle. Great job there by Kanyas to cut it out. Piedmont not out of danger just yet. Long shot will almost exit the Walker Athletic Complex completely. And yet another dangerous look for Pfeiffer. Doesn't quite yield the results they're looking for.
Yeah, and one thing from that substitution with Jason Austin coming off, Jason Austin was in the center forward role. Christy Pashi coming in has now taken the outside left role, and we're seeing right here Colin Vogel up top in the center. We've not seen too much of that yet. So excited to see how he does with his speed in the center rather than out wide. So that ball gets kicked out. It's going to be a Lions throw deep into the Falcons' half.
Kanyas will come forward to take this throw in. He'll go back to Crawfie, a little bit of pressure, and all the way back to Cash. Forward to Al-Sawehi, and we'll work it around here. So that one touched over there. Adam Cook will just throw it right back into play. But it's cut out quickly by the Falcons. Good step there as this one now sent towards Vogel. Good controlling first touch. Gets around one, but he does lose possession. Jafar under a little bit of pressure there will elect to just launch this one out of bounds. And again, back and forth contest. Piedmont trying to apply some pressure here and still haven't found, like you said, Chloe, just that one really good look. They've had a couple above average, but they need one really good look.
Yeah, I think that's going to come from, piecing together some passes up in the attacking third. I think the best opportunities that they've had all season have come when they've had their wingers driving down the flank and cutting in to play that ball across the box. That's when they've been the most dangerous.
Little miscommunication here by Jafar and Jenkins. Jenkins ends up heading this one out of play for a Piedmont corner. Fortunate break there for the Lions. Jared Scott will head over to serve this one in.
And the substitute, Christy Pascuru, is definitely going to be super dangerous here with his height. He's certainly going to be the man to want to play. It looked like he was the man that was on target. It was just past him. It's going to get into the hands of Ali Jafar.
Kanya served it in. Jafar will grab it. Grage was in the area, but no real threat to get a touch to that one.
Looks like this is, I think, going to be the first punt of the game for Pfeiffer.
Yeah, first time they elect to boom it upfield. Subs waiting at the table for both teams. So we've not even played 25 minutes yet, and both teams wanting to make changes. Good ball, but better step from Crawfie here. Needs a friendly bounce, and they'll get it. It's going to be a throw-in, just barely here, as both teams elect to make substitutes. Miranda will exit. Again, early yellow for Miranda on the Falcons there. Al-Sawehi will exit for Piedmont. Did not see either of the players that come on. We'll wait on live stats to update both of those.
I believe it's Jackson Shirley who's coming on.
Could potentially be. Again, folks, we have the same camera, we have the same view you do through the camera, so a little bit difficult to see subs from all the way over here. As it doesn't look like either sub will make immediate impact. Big giveaway there from Pfeiffer. It was Jackson Shirley for Al-Sawehi and Branson Adams in for Miranda again. Miranda picked up the yellow, so that is likely why he had to exit a little bit early. And then Adams, the senior defender here, going to look to shore up things on that back line.
Yeah, one thing talking about the yellow card there, looks like the referee is allowing both teams to play a bit. It's what we like to see. Let the boys play. Want to make sure that both teams, we don't have a repeat of the Lions versus Greensboro, where in that game we saw 2 red cards and I believe it was 8 yellows. Going to want some discipline here.
Big turnover. Ruiz, plenty of space. Over to the new sub. It's off the post. Follow-up is still in the box. Blocked away here, and the clearance comes through the post and now has robbed each team. Well, crossbar one side, post the other side. But no friendly bounces, no help today. Foul given away by Shirley.
I think we just saw that one chance that was the opportunity to take that. So unlucky from the substitute Pascuru to hit that one off the post. I was sure that one was going in.
Pascuro just couldn't quite bend it in. Left-footed there, it was spinning outwards, and that is not a recipe for a good bounce. And unfortunate that break there for Piedmont, inches away from breaking the tie here, but instead will stay level at 0.
Yeah, and you can hear the Lions back line saying, let them play. Don't press the back line too much. Just let them pass around there. We have nothing to do. Don't need to waste the energy in sprinting up there trying to go 1v4 when we can just let them play their way into the Lions half and try and win it that way.
Trying to press the issue here is Pfeiffer. Over to the right wing it goes. Ricchetti quickly, though, depossessed by Cañas, and will be a corner kick here. Garcia headed over. We'll try to swing this one in. Lions have looked a little bit shaky here, Chloe, on these corners. Need to win the first touch. This one will be played short. Johnson into the box. Header was clean again, but Jenkins can't keep it below the bar. Wow.
Yeah, that was kind of a let-off for the Lions there.
That's 2 or 3 times now that the Falcons have gotten a really good look on a cross here, as yet another substitution will be made. Nick Ricchetti, the player to exit. Alex Martinez, the player to come on. Starts from the back with Bobby Wood. First touch there by Cañas, and it'll go straight to that back line. Upfield wanted Jared Scott, who was camped out near the center flag. But it won't quite make it there. Now back towards the back line of Piedmont. Good little action here down the side. Pfeiffer connected on 3 straight passes, but the 1-2 doesn't quite come through. That one won't roll out of bounds, though. That's an unfortunate break for Piedmont. Had to put it back into play. Shot blocked from the edge of the box. Will be a Pfeiffer throw-in.
The Lions are dropping deep here. This is probably the deepest we've seen Colin Vogel all game. Well into Lions half. Typically we've seen 3 players at one time up top. Ooh.
Ooh, big shot blocked away by Crawfie there. Bobby Wood, good hands, and he'll be able to secure that one there. Wood, a long, lanky goalkeeper, stands at 6'4". We've been told by the coaching staff that his wingspan is even bigger. He made himself very large there. Crawfie, good physical play to knock Garcia off that ball there. All body contact. But Bobby Wood, a physical presence in his own right. The Piedmont back line doesn't have too much height to it there on that back line like we've seen in years past. But they do a good job of making up for it with the physicality that they play with. Great step to see this one away from Shirley. Good challenge from behind by Vogel, but that means he's out of position for the attempted counterattack.
Yeah, I do think the instructions when Peshuru came in was to sit a little deeper, let the Falcons play. Don't press as high. And when the Falcons do have the ball, stay a little deeper.
Possession taken over by Johnson. Good ball movement once again. Now to Martinez. Martinez, though, left that one just a little bit short. It will be knocked out of bounds by Cañas, and the Falcons will quickly restart it. Crawfie locked in a battle here, doing a good job of allowing no turn. Straight back to Johnson. Wanted to go down line and just not having it. Are the Lions here, and they'll continue to just usher this danger to the touchline here. A little difficult to see from the camera angle down in the corner, but not much happening. Now Pfeiffer trying to make something happen. Into the box they go. Big slide tackle. Challenge is clean. Follow-up from Johnson into the box. First touch controlled. Follow-up. Ooh, dangerous there.
A lot of bodies in the box there. I think that ball could have deflected anywhere. Bobby Wood was ready to shift one way, but Lions lucky that that deflection went out away from the goal. Going to be another corner kick for the Falcons. And the Falcons have been so dangerous from these set pieces, have gotten a lot of chances off. I think it's really up to the Lions to have the heart to get this one out.
Swung into the box, front post, immediately headed away, and Jared Scott on the receiving end of said header. This is where you want Vogel in a one-on-one opportunity, but his first touch is extremely heavy. Still fighting for possession, but he'll lose it over the touchline there.
And the best part about Vogel is that even when he doesn't win the ball, he is going to fight his absolute hardest to win possession back, especially when you're in an opportunity like that. He was 1v1. We've seen it before where he has really battled with the defenders to make sure that he wins that ball. And it's been successful, very successful for the Lions.
Just about 15 minutes till halftime. Vogel is on sides here, does not find the first touch off the bounce. One-time shot. He'll want a redo on that one as Jafar won't even have to use his hands to make that save. And once again, Pfeiffer will start it from the back. Counterattacks starting to open up for the Lions, and a good sign there. Piedmont sub waiting at the table. We'll have to wait a little bit longer as the throw-in is for the Falcons. It is Danny Castro, the sub, who is going to be entering here. You'd have to assume it's for someone in that midfield area, Chloe, which has been a point of focus for the Lions.
Yeah, definitely. I think Danny Castro has been really good this season. I think he had a really good performance against Reinhardt just about a week ago. And I think whenever that sub does come in, it's probably going to be in an attacking role just to put a little bit more flair into that midfield. I think they've been lacking a little bit with creativity. It's been a lot more of just counterattacking rather than creating, especially in probably about the last 20 minutes.
Long ball off the free kick from Pfeiffer was seen away. Danger not done just yet. Soriano over to Johnson, wanted this one into the box. It actually ends up back on the foot of Johnson here, working its way down, still popped up over the box. One header away from Shirley, but the Lions can't quite clear the danger out yet. Kanyas checked there as three players collide. Past one goes Johnson into the box, follow-up seen away. Oh my, it's going to be a penalty here.
Oh goodness, the referee stopping the clock. That Falcons player is down. A lot of players sprinting to make sure he's okay.
We'll take a short break here as we do have an injured player down on the pitch. When we come back, penalty kick for the Falcons. You're listening to Piedmont Athletics on YouTube. Short break as the player is back to his feet. Good to see that. It will be Nigel Johnson to take the penalty kick. Didn't quite see what drew this. There was no card awarded, but this is a massive moment for both of these squads. Bobby Wood in goal, Johnson the penalty kick taker. Slow walk up, went right, Wood went the other way, and that'll be a 1-0 lead for the Pfeiffer Falcons here.
Yeah, and that's frustrating for one of the Lions. Just felt like a little bit of trying to get the ball out might have been a little bit reckless, maybe trying to tackle the ball instead getting the player. And that's a really, really frustrating for the Lions. You feel like this game's been pretty even and that you've weathered the Falcons' storm. Really frustrating to go down on a PK, but there's still 13 minutes and 51 seconds left in this half. Still plenty of opportunity to get another one back before you go into the break.
Danny Castro did enter for Ricardo Ruiz. Pfeiffer chose to make a change as well. Anthony Crisafulli in for Ricky Garcia there. So a pair of changes, one for each squad. And Piedmont going to need to rally before headed to halftime in the 32nd minute here from Demorest, Georgia. If you're just joining us, been a relatively quiet game, minus the penalty kick that you just missed.
Yeah, I think this has been a very box-to-box game. It's going to be decided by very few chances. The Lions have had one by Christy Pashuru, where he hit the post. The Falcons had hit the crossbar before then. Not a lot of chances are going to separate these two.
Pfeiffer looking for another one before we head to halftime. Castro tried to slip between two. This is going to be a clock stoppage here, and ref going to have some words with Martinez. Maybe just a little warning about the continuation of this one. This one hasn't been overly chippy. 5 fouls on Pfeiffer, just 2 on Piedmont. We did see an early yellow card to the Falcons. That one was awarded to Miranda.
Miranda came off the pitch for that one.
Yeah,
probably.
First 10 minutes. Oh, physical tackle there. They'll rule it clean. It'll be a Piedmont throw-in, and maybe this is what the ref is trying to quell. Game turning extremely physical very quickly. As good little 1-2 passing play. Castro here had a man on his back. He will lose possession, and Vogel can't quite gather it. Crawfee there forces a heavy touch, but it's straight back to another Falcon. And once again, this one headed one way, but Jared Scott's forced a turnover. Vogel beats one. Vogel goes down, and oh, they'll rule it clean. You can hear the Piedmont faithful not happy with that one, as Vogel challenged from behind, does go down in the box.
Yeah, that one's a tough one. I think Vogel might have been reaching a little bit to get the call. Not doubting it was a foul, but I am saying I think Vogel might have put a little extra in that one.
Judgment call from the ref. He'll rule it no foul, and we continue to play on here. There's a good takeaway force there, but immediately handed away. And the ping pong begins. It'll eventually head out of bounds here as Shirley. Did have a little bit of a heavy touch. Another sub coming here. It'll be Vogel that heads off here. No, excuse me. They actually will hold the sub. Incorrect time to sub. Falcons do have the throw in. Piedmont not allowed to sub.
Yeah, I think this game, especially now that there is a 1-0 lead for the Falcons, I think this game's going to get a lot chippier. Ooh. The referee.
Falcon goes down in the box, and they'll rule clean this time. Now the Pfeiffer faithful not happy with that, as Jared Scott, this one outpaces him just a little bit too much here. Pair of changes again coming, one apiece for each side. It'll be Jenkins from the back line to head off for the Pfeiffer Falcons. Here is the Jairo Jaimes to come on for Pfeiffer, and then the change for Piedmont. Vogel does exit the pitch there. Another surprising substitution, and Brady Puckett will replace him up top.
It's not been frequent this season where we've seen two different forwards other than Ossine and Vogel on the field. Usually at least one of them is on. I think this Heat, especially since they did play just 2 days ago, I think this Heat and heavy legs are starting to get to these Lions. You see Puckett high pressing already, getting a little physical with his other substitution for the Falcons.
Vogel had totaled 444 minutes in 5 contests, meaning he has only missed 6 minutes across 5 games coming into today. The Lions only have 3 players who have played every minute of all 5 games, and it's on that back line consistently. So again, rare substitution for Vogel, but it will likely just be until halftime. Big tackle there and takeaway. Yeah. Pascuro flicked ahead here, trying to outpace the keeper, and good choice there by Jafar to come off his back line. Offsides up the pitch. will stop the Falcons' counterattack there, but a good opportunity. Puckett played a really good ball there.
That was really good, especially for him just coming in. It's difficult to adjust to the speed of the game, especially because there is 8 minutes left. A lot of these players have been on pretty much the entire game. It's hard to, be on the bench and then have a quick warm-up, come on, and be up to speed. That was a good opportunity from Puckett. Hopefully we can see more of that with these remaining 8 minutes.
Puckett wins another header, but no white jerseys in the area. Far going to take his time here, Chloe. He has no rush whatsoever.
Wonder if that rush is going to be quickened. As we saw there, Puckett starting to press. I think now that it is towards the end of the game, you've got fresh legs. We are going to see a lot more of a high-pressure situation from the Lions' front line. Going to want to put some pressure on a back line that loves to play out.
Jared Scott trying to slip around a couple. They will give away the foul. It's Living Good caught a little bit too much of Scott himself and not enough of the ball. Big run up here, served into the box, onsides for Piedmont, but Johnson, the goal scorer, also putting in work on the defensive end, will head that one out of danger.
That ball was doing so well. How unlucky was that? Right as the ball was reaching its peak, there was a slight breeze that started to push the ball back a little bit. Breeze came a little bit out of nowhere. It was a heavier breeze than we've had.
Has been a little windy here in Demorest, but nothing over the top here. Is now a change up top for Pfeiffer.
Number 9.
Gonzalez will be the one to exit there. He's done a good job up top thus far for the Falcons. And then on the flip side, sub coming in for the Falcons.
The substitution for the Falcons looks like Rhett Baulick. Pardon me, that would be Samir Bilal.
Yeah, Samir Bilal getting some action today. The freshman forward from Rockville. Going to see some action here as this one's headed down line to Martinez. He loses that challenge. And it'll be a goal kick for Bobby Wood here. Nearing halftime, Piedmont trails by 1. As yet another substitution for the Falcons here.
Looks like they're trying to get their starters just a little bit more time off. I expect that most of the starting lineup for the Falcons, along with the Lions, are going to return to start the second half. That's probably why we're seeing so many frequent subs in the last few minutes here, just so they can get a little extra rest.
And it was Living Good out, Ryan Jordan in for him. Living Good giving away a couple fouls. His coach settling him on the sideline there as well. Pfeiffer does not want to see another yellow before heading to halftime. Puckett called for the handball there. Will give the free kick away. Played quickly by Johnson, and what a surprise, Chloe. It's to the back line as Pfeiffer will happily continue to dominate the possession here.
Yeah, they've just been doing that all game. I think it's really their bread and butter. I think in the second half they're going to want to get some more opportunities through playing out of their back. Their only goal so far is from the penalty. I think they're going to want to build up forward like they did at some points, but the Falcons' back line were very strong to them when they did reach the attacking third.
Falcons have 11 shots on the day thus far, just 4 for the Lions, none of which have been on frame. So the offensive numbers being dominated by Pfeiffer here. We had a feeling that would be the case.
There's another corner kick for the Falcons. They've shown their danger on set pieces today. Had a few missed chances, quite a few headers. They look pretty similar in terms of height with the Lions, but they've been first to most of the balls that have entered the box.
Headed over to the corner is Lozano. Left-footed, will swing this one in towards Bobby Wood. Went near post. Castro gets the first header to it. Follow-up touch as well. Counter-attack incoming. Grage wants to play it out wide to the back, sneaking out. Didn't quite get it, and that is a physical tackle, and that's going to be a yellow card here. No doubt about that one. As player was Johnson. Did go down pretty quickly. Their card is assessed
to James Cash.
Yeah, that was a frustration foul at his finest. Wanted a better pass, didn't quite get it, was late to the challenge, and just went straight through Johnson. No surprise, that is a booking there. And this is going to provide an opportunity, late opportunity here, Chloe. This isn't a shootable ball, but it's definitely a serviceable one.
Yeah, definitely. Once again, like we said earlier, the sun is beaming down in the face of goalkeeper Bobby Wood. It's going to be difficult. If they get anything on frame, I wouldn't be surprised if it's really difficult to save.
They will not get it directly off of the free kick. Seen to the side, player goes down as well, and
it's going to be another free kick.
Yeah, they will rule that a free kick there. Jared Scott
pleads with the referee, putting his hands up immediately, but referee's going to point to the area.
This one about 5 paces outside of the box, down this left wing here. Pfeiffer 1 player short, 3 headed towards that back post. Ref going to pace off the wall here. Piedmont going with a 2-man wall just to kind of cover that front post area, more to prevent a run than a shot necessarily, as Wood adjusts his line here. Back to the box we go, and punched out by Bobby Wood here.
Looks like
not quite sure what the whistle for, but they'll rule the free kick inadequate.
Probably a foul in the box, just maybe a little more pushing than the referee would have liked. Starting to see a lot of fouls in these last few minutes. Those fouls aren't really going to get either team anywhere, especially the Lions having committed 2 of those 3 fouls in probably the span of a minute.
Piedmont played clean soccer for the most part, minus the 1 yellow card. Only 3 fouls on the day. Pfeiffer has 8 fouls and a yellow to their name thus far, but they won't care about that at the end of the day. 1-0 lead for them is the important statistic from this first half here. 1-2 passing play. Opportunity into the box we go. Jordan on the end of it, centered, but no one there but a pair of white jerseys. This one now up to Puckett. Let's see what he can do here on the counterattack. Slips past 1, has a man open, and he'll go to him. Piedmont, big counterattack here before the end of half, but it's quickly slowed down. Wild challenge there from Strickland, but they will, or excuse me, from Shirley, but they will rule the foul and give it to him.
The Lions looking like they're starting to push some players high. I think these last 2.5 minutes they're going to want to play some more direct balls, as we just saw there.
Oh, and this is going to be a yellow card on Shirley here.
The Lions have to calm down. I understand their frustration. They're down 1-0, wanting to get the ball up into the box, especially there's nothing more frustrating than seeing teams just pass around you. But
whoa, and the yellow... There was a yellow directed towards the bench as well. I believe it was to head coach Jimmy Stevens, who's in his 18th season, so a veteran coach, fantastic coach at that. Was just awarded a yellow there.
Can imagine it's for some
yellows on the day.
Can imagine it's for some choice words about the calls.
So Chloe hit the nail on the head, goal poured in, and things have gotten a little bit chippy here in Demorest, Georgia. Ref going to do his best to control that, and Pfeiffer going to keep their eye on the task at hand, which is adding a second before half here. Long throw in has shown the capabilities to get this one into the box. It will go straight into the box, headed back out, right back where it came from, and the frustration for the Lions continue. Back pass, service back in, cut out here, and white jerseys coming forward, but Castro doesn't hear the man on from behind him. This one has an opportunity to get through, but Grage just can't find that opening.
Yeah, just playing a little too slowly. He's got to get the ball off his foot, especially this Falcons midfield has been very well, that when there has been a counterattacking opportunity, they've been quick to want to win that ball back while the Lions players are deciding which direction to go to. They're going to have to be a lot quicker in the second half into making those decisions, especially if they're wanting to stick to a counterattacking style of play. Lions
lose this one out of bounds, and I would agree, Chloe, here at this point, Piedmont just trying to get to halftime, only down by 1.
Well, they've got
make the necessary adjustments at our 15-minute break.
They've got 1 minute to go to get there. Got to stay strong defensively. If you can't win it, don't lose it. Especially wanting to, if you can't get that goal right before halftime to tie it up, you want to make sure that the Falcons don't get the second one, because that'll dig you into a deeper hole than you were before. I think this break will be really beneficial for the Lions. With the Falcons passing around them so much, they've definitely got some heavy legs, a lot of exhaustion, had just played 2 days before. came out with, I'm pretty sure, was the exact same starting lineup. So I know these players have got some heavy legs on them.
Pfeiffer now just content to take this time here as they'll let Johnson come all the way back to throw this one in, and it heads straight to their back line. Puckett going to try to press the issue here. Puckett's going to get dangerously close to this one, and it's seen out to the side, but it's the end of half. That horn means we have wrapped up the first 45. We'll take a short break here on Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube, and when we come back, second half action. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Second half action here. One correction from the first half. The yellow card, third one, did not go to Coach Jimmy Stevens. It went to Jared Grage. So Piedmont, 3 yellow cards on the field as Pfeiffer trying to start the party early here. We flip sides. Pfeiffer in the yellow and black, moving from right to left on your screen. Piedmont in the home white, green numbers. A little bit of black trim on the pants. This one headed towards Bobby Wood. Good choice to let it go here. Chloe, it wasn't really an eventful first half minus the penalty kick.
Yeah, very box to box in my opinion. I think definitely advantage went to Pfeiffer. Not only getting the goal, I think they had more possession. The Lions at first were starting to high press, but in this heat they began to sit back a little bit and let the Falcons have more of the ball. One thing I want to see from the Lions this half is to keep a little bit more possession, just because the Falcons were able to wear down the Lions when they kept possession. In this heat, I think the Lions are going to want to return the favor, wear down the Falcons a little bit, and create more opportunity. They were yet to test the goalkeeper. Ali Jafar faced 0 shots on target, was not forced to make any saves. So definitely the Lions offensively are going to want to be more threatening. They can do that here with their 2 starting forwards back up top, Colin Vogel and Jason Ossine, probably 2 of their most threatening players, as we see Ossine on the ball now. And they want to play a little bit quicker, and they have to win some more of these 50-50 balls. It felt like that the Falcons were first 2 to a lot of them.
Also, he challenged from behind. Good step. They'll rule it clean. Ossine will flick it on, and we're headed right back down to the Pfeiffer end of the pitch. No changes across the board except Castro, who subbed in midway through the first half, did stay on in that midfield area. Besides that, Piedmont rolling almost with the exact same lineup that they came out of the gates with. Again, Bobby Wood made 2 saves today, just couldn't save the penalty there.
Yeah, and that's the only thing separating. I think that's one thing the Lions have to remember is that, yes, the Pfeiffer Falcons have been on top, but they've really not been able to be very clinical on their chances. The Falcons did outshoot the Lions 12-4 in the first half, so that's something that's going to have to be changed drastically if the Lions are going to want to get anything out of this game. Both teams still looking for their first win.
Good drop off here. Through ball, not on the same page there. Or the Falcons forwards there. Gonzalez was hoping that Livingood would make the run, but no run ever came through. Again, Piedmont 4 shots in the first half, none of them on frame. 12 shots for the Falcons there, just 3 on frame. So Piedmont not exactly being dominated, Chloe, but would definitely go for some more looks on this net.
Definitely, and they had some good looks before. We saw substitute Christy Pashuro come in and hit the post in a really good opportunity. Some other opportunities as well, but not tested Ali Jafar too much.
This one dangerous through the box. Short cross cut out there, and it will be a corner here for the Falcons. Garcia been taking most of these today while he's on the pitch. He will jog over to swing this one in. If you missed the first half, the Falcons got some really good looks off of corners and set pieces here. There'll be yet another one that Piedmont's going to have to see away. It's on target. Header is good, but a little bit too high. Story of the day, Gonzalez just can't quite keep that one down. It pops over the bar untouched. Wood takes the goal kick extremely short. Piedmont will look to advance it from the back. Ossine didn't hear the man behind him making the step, and Ruiz fighting for possession, can't quite keep it. It was a frustrating first half, Chloe. A lot of possession from the Falcons. We really saw the frustration boil over in the last 10 minutes for Piedmont, and they're going to have to keep level heads here. Again, this is a young Piedmont squad. A lot of freshmen on this roster, and going to have to keep their emotions in check here as multiple players have yellows. Yeah,
I was just thinking that, especially, the young core, they're going to be very emotional when they're playing, especially when they went down 1-0. They got really chippy, very frustrated, especially because the Falcons keeping the ball away from them. Not only does that wear you down with your stamina, but that's just going to frustrate you. You see them, freely playing with possession, one touch, two touch football. You're going to want to get those balls, and if you don't get them, you might leave a little extra in those tackles.
Castro to Alsaway, he cut out, but Ruiz will win it back for the Lions here. Over to this side, Cash-Cook combo will work it up to Scott. Back and forth we go, and then just handed away there by Cook. Not a good ball there as Piedmont now has to defend the counterattack. Through ball coming through that was Garcia. Was the forward trying to force that one through. Alsaway, he long ball here towards Vogel. Keeper's off his line, but out of the box, he's in a dangerous spot.
Good footwork from the goalkeeper there, because Vogel, we see how he likes to play. He's physical. He was going to win that ball if the goalkeeper didn't have a great first touch there.
Ooh, foul given away, and Alsaway, he immediately went down there.
Ref
As we'll
stops
have
the
a
clock.
ref stop the clock yet again. As it will, this is definitely going to be an issue with the coaches here as that discussion goes on. Piedmont free kick is just inside midfield. And okay, that is undoubtedly a yellow awarded to head coach Jimmy Stevens there. Again, we thought it was awarded within the first half. That's a second
Oh my
yellow.
goodness.
Oh my goodness. Wow, so head coach Jimmy Stevens has been sent off.
Wow. Almost speechless from that one. Wouldn't expect that from head coach Jimmy Stevens in his 18th season. Now it's going to be up to assistant coach Alex Buchman.
Bookman will take over there on the bench.
Just walked up to head coach who's walking back to the locker room for some final instructions.
Wow,
And now it's up to Bookman.
This one taking an interesting turn here at the Walker Athletic Complex. Piedmont going to continue to battle through this one here.
The referee letting the guys play out there, but certainly won't take any disrespect, especially verbally, from the players and the coaches, as we've just seen. I believe Jared Grage earlier got a yellow card from talking to the referee, saying something that the man in blue didn't like.
Piedmont going to have to put it in the back of their minds and continue to just press the issue on the offensive end. Alcine and Alsaway connect. Vogel is just offsides as the flag comes up. He was in. There was a brilliant chip from Alcine right to where Vogel was making the run.
That had to have been tight.
Yeah, very, very close.
Starting to see the Lions players stepping up just a little bit, not high pressing too much, but if they get opportunities like this where the Falcons are facing their own goal, they're definitely going to be on the back of them, as we're seeing here.
This is a good run here on sides for the Falcons. Good step from Crawfie. Ate that one in the gut to keep it out of the box. Selfless play there from Crawfie, and wow, this is going to be maybe just a foul given away there, and a little bit of time for Crawfie to recover. Again, he ate that right in the stomach at point blank here, so Wood will take the goal kick as, again, he'll allow a few extra seconds here for Crawfie to catch his breath again.
Both teams very vocal on that foul.
It was Gonzalez who wanted it to go his direction. Instead, it went to the Lions. Alsaway, he handed this one away. Falcons going to try to work it down that right side, but instead it's back to the midfield, to the back line they go. Alcine, Scott, and Vogel still being held high, and this is why. Towards Alcine it goes. Errant first touch. Now going to have to play this one back to the keeper. Alcine read it going back to the keeper, but he won't be able to get there. Step and a half short. And this one just seen away by Jafar all the way back to midfield.
We started off this half with a good deal of shade, some shade that we didn't see in the first half. The sun is back out. Like we mentioned earlier, the heat, a huge factor in this one. Not to mention the Lions just having played 2 days ago in this stretch of home games that they have.
Lions have played a lot of action. We were looking it over to confirm dates here, but 11th against Greensboro, 15th against Bob Jones, today the 17th against Pfeiffer, and then a 2-day break, and you turn around and go to Barry, which is always a difficult place to play.
Straight from there, you've got a 3-day turnaround back home playing William Peace, and 2 days later from there, Birmingham Southern. A busy September, to say the least.
Busy September, and then October knocking on the door. You kick things off on the first, Chloe, with conference play. CCS, brand new to where Piedmont is. Is this one going to be ruled here? Ref made him back it up half a step. Brand new conference. CCS here. Berea, Huntington, LaGrange, Maryville, Covenant, Belhaven, and your Piedmont Lions. The conference lineup for men's soccer there. Those are the games that really matter here. As much as we do want to find and continue a winning history here in the Piedmont program, at the end of the day, Chloe, October is what matters, because at the end of October, CCS conference tournament.
Absolutely. Falcons are going to want to make a good play to get up there. Not getting off the mark great in September, 0-3-2 as it stands. Going to want to get an opportunity here to take the win today against Pfeiffer before they go into a couple more games, and then right before October getting into conference play.
Service incoming. And service is just over here. Call it a long shot.
How close was that?
Wow.
I was almost convinced I was sneaking in the top right corner, just over the bar. Made Ali Jafar work a little bit.
First time he's really had to work. That is Pescuro, who we saw subbed in up top. I guess that is a change that I missed on that back line. He's at the left back position, so maybe just back there to try to be a back that gets forward a little bit more. Give Piedmont a little bit more life on the front end.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that, especially in today's game. You're going to see outside backs pushing forward a lot. We've already seen it with Victor Cañas. Looked like he's the man that was subbed out just to give him some rest, but Victor Cañas we usually see heavy down the left side. Looks like it's going to be Pasteur this time.
Man making a run down the side. The pass will not come through from Lozano, as it is cut out. Good step there from Austin to win the ball. Back to Jared Scott. Had a man on from behind and never quite hurt him. Taken away by the Falcons there, in the passing game continues.
Yeah, and that was something I wanted to see change for the Lions. Just playing a little bit quicker, especially when they've got counterattacking opportunities. A lot of times they'll look up in the air, look down at the ball, up in the air again, and by the time they look down again, the ball's taken away.
Pace of play going to need to increase. Castro, though, doing a great job to keep possession for the Lions. Back and forth action. Piedmont not wanting to give this one up so easily. Falcons do press forward a little bit here. As Gonzalez and company want to force the issue. Rachetti down there forces the pass up. Austin flick on to Vogel. He is on sides. Colin Vogel turned aside there. Jafar makes the save.
His first save of the day. What an important one that was. A great flick from Jason Austin. As we've seen time and time again, him and Vogel connecting down that flank. Good opportunity from Vogel. Great save from Jafar. His first one of the day.
Piedmont players collide, but also way he came out with the ball. Foul given away there by Pfeiffer. And now Piedmont, all it takes is one little spark starting to come to life.
Just going to say that. It looks like they're in a good stretch of possession, starting to keep possession a little bit more, going forward with the ball and not just booming it forward. These are good opportunities. This is bits where I think they're most successful. Going to want to get something off of this stretch here, especially now that we're seeing Ali Jafar with the sun in his eyes. Going to want to test him, fire some more shots around the frame of the goal. Also going to be important that even if Ali Jafar can't hold on to the ball with a save, that we are going to be first to be on the rebound for these shots.
Pascuro skies this one here. Opportunity missed. It will be a goal kick for Jafar here. Halsuehi was also standing over that one, but they went with the first man, the left-footed Pescura there. Pescuro's had a good game. Which is an important factor. Again, another freshman on this team. I believe 20 freshmen on the roster for this Piedmont men's soccer team, a lot of whom will see action consistently and a lot of whom will have, spots where they fill in, like today for number 23. And you have to make the most of those opportunities.
Absolutely. And it's important, especially in these stretch of non-conference games in September, that these freshmen build their mental toughness. It's so hard to come from high school and club to a college environment. It's two very, very different types of games to play. You've got to be strong mentally. It's almost more mental than it is physical.
Piedmont trying to settle this one. Neither team can really find it, and Castro whistled for the tackle from behind there. The Falcons will restart it from their back line. Vogel sinking back a little bit deeper than he normally does, trying to force the Falcons into a little bit of an awkward situation here. This one headed back towards Jafar. He senses the danger and just booms this one up the pitch. Header won by the Lions, settled well by Castro.
The Lions going to want to take good possession here and keep on with this good streak that they're on, creating some good chances. Like we talked about right at the beginning of this game, they're going to want to keep more possession. That creates them better chances, as well as wears down the Falcons' midfield and defense.
Great ball down line here, weighted perfectly. Vogel, one-touch service into the box, but it's well over. Scott can't keep it in bounds, out the back.
Yeah, just too much on that. Looked like Jarrett Scott had to back up a lot for that one, which means he's not going to get great balance on that. Tried to play it back in, unlucky there. It was a good chance, but going to have to be a little bit better to challenge this Falcons back line.
Nearly 60 minutes gone by here in Demorest. Still just one goal between these two squads on a penalty kick of all things here, as Pfeiffer will look to come forward one more time. Garcia gets to this one, 1-on-1 against Crawfey. He will get past, left it for a teammate, but Crawfey able to recover and get back into play. Here's slide tackle from Garcia. Will knock this one out. Piedmont throw.
We're seeing two of the forwards for the Lions very, very close together.
It's a foot race. Alcine able to beat one. Has to slip past the second. Pulls it, but it's right at Jafar. He'll make the save and cover.
Yeah, it was great moves there by Alcine. Way to win the ball. Take another man on. Unlucky there. I think he tried to go for power there. Might want to go for finesse on that one, but good opportunity. They're going to want to have to be a bit more clinical, try and get these on target. I don't think that Jafar has been truly tested. Certainly has been tested more in this half, but want to get something on frame to see what Jafar can do.
Good ball down line here, handled well by Adams there on that back line. This one left up. Now Adam Cook to settle it. Passes a little bit Aaron, and it's cut out in the midfield by Garcia. Good turn and leave to Lozano, but he'll be depossessed. Alsuehi now wanting to find Vogel. The passes continue to be brilliant. Great first touch from Vogel, but a recovery touch there from the defender. Jaime's back there.
Vogel still has the ball.
Vogel able
to get around him.
Vogel's got his jersey grabbed, and they will whistle that. The question is, will it be in the box or will it be a free kick here?
I think it's going to be right on the edge of the box. Ref stops the clock.
It will be a yellow here. They definitely prevented a scoring opportunity, but it will be ruled, you are correct, just outside of the box.
And that can be,
wow.
You can think that's frustrating. I think that's a really, really smart play by the Falcons defender. You see how dangerous Vogel is. He's going to want to stop him from going in. Well done to stop that right before he gets in the box, so you don't give a PK away.
Jaime's did such a good job to deal with the touches from Vogel, but once they squared up one-on-one, and Vogel just got the best of him, and should this not work out for the Lions, you'd have to assume Jaime's made the right decision. You eat the yellow card instead of giving Vogel a free look with your keeper. So one-man wall, make it a two-man wall as Johnson will walk over. This one taken right outside the box. The angle is not shootable here as the ref going to go in and speak to a defender now as well. A little bit too much contact. We saw him whistle one earlier. We might see a second one.
I believe that's Pashuru who looks to take that ball on the left foot. It's going to be an outswinger.
Swung in, touch towards net. Believe it was Castro who got a piece of it, but not a good one. And it will not even be on frame. Another opportunity for Piedmont where they can't test Jafar, and the frustration has to continue here. Pair of substitutes, no, trifecta of substitutes here for Pfeiffer. Alex Martinez in for Nick Ricchetti. That's 18 for 16, 24 for 5. Mika Jenkins back in for Jaimes, who just got the yellow card. And Jariah Dozier in for Caleb Livingood. He does not have a yellow, but we did see the ref speak to him earlier. So the trifecta of subs, some starters from today's game and some subs new to the pitch. We'll see what impact they're able to have on this contest.
I think both coaches are going to have conversations with their players saying, hey, I understand that this is a physical game, more physical than it was in the first half, at least for the first 35 minutes at least. They're going to have to be a bit more careful with their words especially, and especially their actions. Don't want to get more yellows, certainly don't want to get a red. We've already seen one red this game. If you missed it, it's a head coach of the Lions, Jimmy Stevens. It's now Alex Buckman taking over for the Lions coaching position right now.
And Chloe, 14 fouls given away by the Falcons. They might have to give away a 15th here. Vogel into the box. Vogel towards Oseen, but it's seen straight back where it came from.
One thing else to mention, with that red card to head coach Jimmy Stevens, he is going to miss the next game against Barry. So it will be Buckman again.
Vogel down the line again. Vogel, plenty of space. Has Castro, has Oseen. This one to Castro, left it for Oseen. Back to Castro here. Now over to Alsawehi. Shot blocked. Long pull from Ruiz. Will make a good step instead to just keep possession. Lions offense really starting to threaten. Long swing in the box towards Oseen. Won the header with the keeper. And no, they'll call it a push on Oseen there. Wow.
The referee is telling Jafar to get up and play on, saying, I understand you got pushed, but it wasn't that hard. You need to get up and play on with it.
Wow. Very surprised there. As looked like a pair of players plus the goalkeeper. All three colliding there. Back line of Piedmont. That was Cash able to send this one back to the Pfeiffer side of the pitch. Down the left wing goes Pfeiffer here. Alsawehi did give away the foul, but they'll say play on. Dangerous opportunity. Long pull here. Bobby Wood will make the casual save, and he's straight back to his feet. He's going to want to restart this one here. Long boot. Nope, he'll play it short to Cash. It's Cash from the back line. Had some space, but we'll give it to Scott. Scott passed one. Hell over to Alsawehi, who's sunk a little bit deeper into almost a defensive mid position. His long balls have been fantastic. That one no different, and this is a bad foul here. Clock stop again, and it's a yellow. Wow. We continue to have an eventful day. Alex Martinez going to be assessed the yellow for the Falcons now. Between these two squads, that is 8 yellow cards and 20 fouls given away, and we still have well over 20 minutes left to play.
My goodness, both these teams need to calm themselves down. We saw towards the end of the first half, the Lions giving away lots of fouls, and it was giving possession away, creating dangerous opportunities for the Falcons. We're seeing that now, just opposite. Falcons giving away a lot of fouls.
Falcons have 15 fouls on the day thus far, and it definitely will not hold at 15. Could see near 20 from them. Counterattack incoming. Alsawehi trying to keep him off. Crawfie trying to recover. I think he got a piece of that original ball there from Garcia, and Piedmont will see this one out of danger. The clearance headed out as well, and now a substitution here. Alsawehi going to head out. Jackson Shirley, who subbed in earlier in the first half, will reappear in this contest. Great minutes from Alsawehi.
Yeah, certainly. I think he was really, really important. One of the key players into really turning this game around. Jackson Shirley is going to have just as important of a role in order to keep the Lions on top in this one.
Ooh, foul given away there by Castro. Ref signaling that it was a little bit too much tugging on the jersey. So, free kick for Pfeiffer here just inside the attacking third.
Yeah, and I think the Lions fans are starting to get involved here too, not liking the amount of calls they're seeing from the referee. And I think that's going to feed into the Lions' heads, honestly the Falcons as well.
Oof, long ball here. Bobby Wood almost waited a little bit too long there as Dozier was making that back post run. I don't know if Wood ever saw him, but we will never know. Danger seen away. Two Falcons fight over this one, and they've handed Castro possession. Castro trying to sneak past a couple is tackled from behind. They'll rule it clean. Play on, says the ref, and now it's Dozier again wanting to come down this left wing. Ruiz will stop it and force him back mid. Complete field switch, and the pass cut out here by the back line. Plenty of space here for the back that likes to get forward. Yet another good ball for Vogel. Vogel into the box for a third time, but he's got no help here. Scott thought about the one time, one touch, two touches, trying to work it around. He's got yellow jerseys all over him, and he'll finally be depossessed.
Looks like he was just trying to find the perfect shot. Sometimes you can't look for that perfect shot. You just have to look for the best one. Needs to get the ball off his foot there. That's why he lost it. Could have even played it back to Vogel maybe.
Oof, two Lions collide there, and instead of a clearance, it's a bouncing ball at mid. Settled well by Ruiz. He's got Vogel down the line. He goes to him again. Big tackle. That'll be a yellow when we come back to it. Vogel into the box for a fourth time. Crosses. There's still no one in the box as Vogel continues to serve balls in to no one. And this one will get a clock stoppage, and we'll go back and address a would-be yellow here. No, it is a new player. It is Nigel Johnson, the only goal scorer here. He will be lucky he has kept his name away from most of the whistles today, so no yellow to him. That's likely his last warning. Piedmont throw in on the flip side of the pitch.
Ball to the back post.
Oh, good punch there by Jafar. Got one big paw to it. Surely he'll serve it back in. Most of the Lions offside, so they had to let that one go. Castro, couple players, Alcine, Castro, everyone fighting over that one there. The one Falcon in the area will be whistled for the foul, and Piedmont will line this one up. Pashuro going to come forward here.
Man, so chippy this second half has been. So very different from the first 35 minutes we saw, obviously excluding the bits we saw towards the end of the first half. It's almost difficult to keep a bit of a rhythm.
Pescuro here trying to really take advantage towards Alcine. Got the head to it, but it's straight over the crossbar. Yet another good opportunity for Piedmont. Clock stop again.
Once again, we're seeing the Lions do everything right.
Another trifecta of subs here is, you're correct, Chloe. The Lions just continue to look really good.
Everything right except that final piece of the puzzle. Looks like sometimes the final shot that's missing, or it's the final man that's missing. James Cash and the Falcons player shaking hands.
Yeah, Piedmont not happy, and most of the Piedmont faithful not happy with how slowly the player exited the pitch. But as we continue the trifecta of subs, Nick Ricchetti for Ricky Garcia, 16 for 10, 31 for 18. Ryan Jordan on for Alex Martinez, and 25 for 9. This is a new player on the pitch today. Number 25, Cade Veneta on for Gonzalez, who played some extremely good minutes for the Pfeiffer Falcons here. We'll see if the new player can have an impact. Ooh, that is not a good free kick there from Pfeiffer, as it'll hand possession back to Piedmont here. Alcine being harassed, but a little bit too much body contact there. Foul given away by Rocha.
Referee just starting to call something. It seems about every 30 seconds.
Little stall tactic there as a player ran forward to slow down the free kick, and it will work. 1-2 pass down line. Even numbers here. Defense trying to scramble back. 2v3 for Pfeiffer. Here is Pescuro, just a little bit too much to handle there. He will usher that one out to the side.
Yeah, and that's not a great ball to give away there. That's a square ball across the midfield. I promise you, every single time, especially with the game at this high of a level, NCAA Division III, that ball is going to be picked out every single time. You cannot play square balls across. It's so easy for the other team to just run straight on that and create a counterattacking opportunity.
This one headed along, but no one in the area. Head back to the keeper, and Bobby Wood will collect this one here.
Trying to keep the pace of the game high. Plays it immediately up top towards Jason Ossine.
Headed back to Bobby Wood one more time, and we'll try it again here. Just under 20 left from the Walker Athletic Complex. And again, no matter our scoreline, no extra time here for out-of-conference matchups. We're playing 90, and that is it, no matter the score.
That'll also be the same for conference matches, as long as it's in regular season. A new rule made by NCAA. A second rule made is when it is in playoffs and you have to go to overtime. It's no longer golden goal. It's just normal overtime period.
Which will also add some interesting factors. Again, CCS conference play starting near the end of October 25th. The official start date of the tournament. It does roll into November. And teams will worry about that when they get to it. The current issues at hand are the score lines, which is 1-0 in favor of Pfeiffer. Jared Scott, big Meg there, can't quite slip past, and a heavy tackle is clean. This one now over to Bobby Wood. And the Piedmont backline continues. Crawfie all day here as he'll play this one forward towards Vogel. To go. A little bit of a miscommunication there for the Falcons, and it will allow Ruiz to eventually take over in the midfield area. Now down line to Scott one more time. Jared Scott. Good skill move, a little hesitation. He will lose this one, but the Falcons will be able to keep it in. Tough view down there in the corner, but the defender not only able to depossess Scott, he's able to keep it inside the touchline. Big play there for the Falcons. No free kick, no throw-in, maintain possession.
It's going to be a Falcons throw now. I think the Lions are starting to play a little bit more direct. I think it's partially frustration on not having the goal. They've done really well to create, but still not putting too much on the frame. I think now they're just wanting to get balls up there as soon as possible.
Time is the enemy at the moment. As Piedmont has to find one unless they want to drop this contest here. Vogel taken down, foul given away. Quick restart. Ruiz towards Ossine, but the keeper, Jafar, out off his line. Good grab there, and another opportunity for Piedmont. Not yielding results just yet. Sub waiting at the table to come back in. I do believe that is also Wahi. So just a quick breather for him before he re-enters the contest.
Yeah, and I think we're going to start to see, now that we're entering the last 15 minutes of this one, we're going to start to see the Falcons play a little bit less of their possession style and start to just, play it towards the corner, not force anything. They're going to want to see this game out some. If you can't win it, don't lose it. They can try and get the second goal, and I think that'll kill the game off, but they're not essentially pressing for it like they were in the first half.
Piedmont starting to catch up in the shot total again. It was not pretty after the first half, but now the overall shot total 17 for Pfeiffer, just 11 for Piedmont. So only 6 trailing there, starting to look really good. Pfeiffer has eclipsed that 20 foul mark as this game continues to just be overly physical in a negative way for both of these squads. Plenty of fouls and yellow cards to go around. This is going to be a long ball to Vogel. You can see him making the run. Ball swung out, and it will be kept in by Vogel. Great job. Good pace. Vogel one-on-one has gotten the best of the defenders back there so far today, but he'll choose not to take it.
Was once again waiting on his players to get in the box. They took certainly an extended amount of time to get there.
And Ossine puts a header on frame. Jafar will grab it.
Jafar going to go long again. Not wanting to risk playing out of the back like they did in the first half. Just wanting to get the ball far, far away from the goal.
Scrambled around mid, taken away by Castro. Castro now back. They'll play the advantage. Foul on Pfeiffer. Lonzo yet again. Quick restart. Over to Ruiz. Ruiz outside to Vogel. Vogel in a one-on-one where he loves to be. Straight past his defender. Right to Austin. First touch into the box, but a brilliant slide tackle there from Jenkins. We'll see this become a corner kick here. Piedmont going to be allowed to make the substitution. It's going to be Al-Suwaihi for Castro. I do believe that means Castro's day here is done. Al-Suwaihi, again, short breather for him, an instrumental part of today's game plan. Now re-enters Al-Suwaihi, one of the taller players on this Piedmont roster, standing at 6 foot. He'll be a target here for this one. Headed towards front post, punched high, and it'll fall right on top of the net. We'll do it again.
Good opportunity there, I think. What? The referee telling them to play it on the opposite side.
Okay.
A little picky on that one, but
looked like it went straight over. He's got a better angle right in front, and he'll make him flip side. So here we go. New service into the box. Now it'll be the left-footed Pescuro here.
Going to be an in-swinger from the left foot towards the back post.
Wanted Al-Suwaihi. Never quite found him, and the clearance is all the way back to the top of the attacking third. Long pull. Blocked away immediately. Swung back into the box one more time. Still bouncing around the box. First touch. Taken down in the box, and it will be a penalty. It's almost a choke tackle around the net. It's a good thing to see Jared Scott, I believe, is the one who went down. Good to see him get back up so quickly, and Piedmont, big chance to level.
Chippy in the box there. Looked like one of the Falcons players was going up to the ref. Ali Jafar had to pull him back, still pleading with the referee, saying how could that be a penalty, but the ref's word is final. It's going to be, it looks like Jason Austin on the spot.
Deep breath here for Austin. Big moment in front of him. Chance to level this contest. Piedmont been knocking on the door all second half. Ref has issued his instructions. He'll tell Austin to wait on the whistle.
12 and a half minutes to go. This will change the tide of the game completely.
Right-footed Austin. Quick walk up, went right, and keeper chose the wrong way. Austin's put us level. It's 1-1 here in Demorest.
Oh, what a good PK. So composed. It can be easy to sky that or do something that you wouldn't want to do under pressure there. Good stuff by Jason Austin, but this game is far from over. We've got 12:28 left to play. I don't think this game is going to be any calmer than it has been. I think it's going to get even chippier. And I think that both teams are going to want to be pressing for the winner. Both teams still yet to get 3 points on the board for their side. This is the chance for both the Lions and the Falcons to take it.
Austin's second goal of the season, the sophomore from Milton, making his impact felt here. A great job to stay calm under pressure. Pfeiffer did make a substitution directly following that goal. Living Good back in, Dozier headed out. So here we go as we near the final 15. Do we stay level? Do we find yet another goal? Pfeiffer straight off of kickoff here into the box, but lost away. Piedmont didn't even have to do anything, as Crawfie will now lead this charge into the counter-attack. Crawfie, being challenged from behind, just continues to muscle on, and the pass cut out there. Great job from Crawfie.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if these last few minutes here, entering the last 12, if there's going to be any tactical changes from each team. Is one team going to want to hold for the tie? Is another team going to want to push for the win? I'm expecting the Falcons to go back to their possessive style, maybe a little bit more direct, just so they can get to the goal a little quicker.
Vogel. Oh, Vogel in the box. His shot just pulled it a little bit. The left foot can't quite keep it within the frames. It misses by just a little bit.
That's not a bad miss. It's a really difficult angle to hit that shot at, especially from the left foot. It's usually easier to go on the right, but that's what he had to do. Not a bad opportunity there. I think the Falcons are going to want to keep building off that, especially with getting Vogel the ball, as we see Jarrett Scott make his way off for, I think, Danny Castro.
I thought Castro's day might be done, but this definitely is the last time he'll be allowed to exit and re-enter. Here is Pfeiffer also had a pair of subs. Gonzalez back on for Vanetten. Ricky Garcia back in. Cristofelli
Danny Castro is going to be on the wing. We usually see him on the midfield, so excited to see how he does in a new position.
Piedmont throw in.
It's going to deflect off of Vogel for a Falcons throw.
Action stalling in midfield. In to the final 10 we go. 1-1 here at the Walker Athletic Complex. Vogel trying to settle this one will instead just slam it off of a defender and accept the throw in.
And I know it can be silly to say this, and it might be stating the obvious here, but these last 10 minutes are certainly the most important 10 minutes of the game. Not just physically, obviously, you know, the boys are tired out there with the sun beaming down on them. This is all about the mental strength about both of the teams, especially this young Lions lineup out there. Can they keep the strength to at least keep the tie? You've already done the hard work in getting...
Oh. Interesting ball into the box, took a couple deflections, and Castro a little bit too much pushing there.
Back to my point, can this young Lions team go out there and play really well in the last 10 minutes, stay mentally strong? If you can't win it, don't lose it mentality, but at the same time, push for that winner. This is your opportunity to get your first 3 points of the season. How will they adjust to that?
Handball at mid from Ruiz will be brought back for a free kick directly on top of the Lions logo. It's Pfeiffer now. Will likely try to play this one directly overhead into the Piedmont box, though. Not quite able to sneak that one through. It will be out the side for a Piedmont throw-in. Pesquero going to take his time with the throw-in as well. No reason to rush it here. Couple players down line. Just throws it straight to a Falcon. It's headed right back. We'll try it again.
Play towards the back line. Probably going to look towards a switch towards Cook. Instead, going to go back to Bobby Wood, who's under some pressure. Oh, goodness.
Ooh, dangerous ball in the box, but it will not yield results as Piedmont will be forced to give away the goal kick. Piedmont defense was not happy with a no call, but instead it will be a corner kick.
It's the Lions doing that to themselves, really. A little lackadaisical in the back. Can't play that way in these last 8 minutes.
Dangerous ball has been all day long, though. It will be Shirley to get ahead to it. This one's going to track a long way back out. Bought Piedmont some much needed time. On sides here are the Falcons. We're trying to work it down line. Past one, can't get past the second. It'll be yet another corner. Good move there from Adams. Got past Castro, but was not expecting the Lion defender right behind him, as it was James Cash recovering.
Ricky Garcia is going to be on the corner for the Falcons, who have been so dangerous on set pieces all day. If there's going to be a time to capitalize, it's got to be now. Ooh. What a punch!
Massive overhand right there from Bobby Wood. Looked like we were in a boxing match.
It's a punch with authority.
Yeah, that thing launched 30 yards plus out of the box all the way back out, though Piedmont just gave away a foul, now about 35 away from frame, and Bobby Wood going to have to direct the defense one more time. Angle a little bit awkward here, so no real danger of a shot. It'd be world class if this one somehow ends up in the back of the net, though it is a lefty swing here from Adams. Run near post. Dangerous ball. Wood, first touch. Wood made the save off the second, and it's cleared away by Crawfie there. Dangerous as Wood did not gather the bounce shot well. He did recover to make the second save, and his defense has his back. Falcons far from done on the press, though, as Castro continues to battle on the defensive end, knock possession away. Shirley muscling this one off the ball, and they'll call the foul on Garcia. Fantastic job from the Lions.
It was great defending there, especially from a really dangerous opportunity. I think that honestly could have been their most dangerous opportunity all game, because the Falcons were going towards goal, the Lions running away from it. It's difficult to clear balls like that.
Oh, good step by the Piedmont defender there, who will go down as well. Jordan, the one to give away the foul. Piedmont now within the last 5 minutes will have a free kick just outside the attacking third. Pasquero going to try to swing a long ball in, takes it quickly towards the back post. Cash is there, does not win the header. Castro will win the race to the ball. Trying to head down corner, trying to make the turn. The cross is blocked away, and it will be a corner for Piedmont in the waning moments of this one.
Every opportunity so important now in these last few minutes. You want to make sure you put in the best ball you possibly can in there and make sure you get the best players in the air. I imagine Al-Suwaidi is going to be the target here. Tallest man on the pitch other than Bobby Wood.
Bender in, went front post, through the box, almost untouched. Austin took the half volley, and it is not a pretty one. Keeper and player collided here, and the ref is going to signal an injury timeout. So we'll take a very short last-minute break here. You're listening to Piedmont Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back on the stream. Jarfar back to his feet, which is good to see here. Waning moments in Demorest, Georgia. Scoreline remains 1-1. They'll draw Pasquero back a little bit further to make this throw in.
Both teams having good opportunities to score in open play, but both of the goals have been from penalty kicks. With just over 4 minutes left to go in this one. The Lions have had the upper hand in the second half, while the Falcons had the upper hand in the first.
This one will be drawn back. Advantage given there. Foul given away by Al-Suwaidi on Living Good. And so dying moments again here, just minutes left on the clock.
Falcons taking their time with this one and putting the best ball possible.
It'll be Garcia, chip overhead, but Bobby Wood right out off his line, catches that one in the midsection, and a big boot here up to Vogel. Vogel header did catch Johnson there. Piedmont bench wanted a handball. They are not going to get it. Now the Falcons going to look to burn up some clock here. 3:15 and counting downwards. The official time that we have left here. Ruiz, dangerous challenge, and bad tackle from behind. They'll give it away. Some talk from both players as well, and a yellow card, I believe, is assessed to the Pfeiffer player. That card was not directed at Ruiz. I believe it was directed to the Pfeiffer player for the hand motion. Lozano would be the one assessed the yellow, if that is correct. If it was to Piedmont, it is to Ruiz. Ball into the box, headed right back out. Al-Suwaidi, brilliant move. Top tier would get around the defender there. Vogel will let this one roll, and it will not be touched by Pfeiffer there. Piedmont bench again. Believe that caught the Pfeiffer player in the leg.
Pfeiffer slowing the game a little bit. They've had a good deal of possession since the restart.
Coffey won the header, but a Falcon picked it up. Scramble for the ball here, and Ruiz will be the one to make the turn. Dropped it off to Alsawehi, who went down. Foul given away there. This one continues to just be full of fouls given away. 26 fouls for Pfeiffer, 11 for Piedmont, and double-digit yellow cards here today. Long ball headed overhead. Austin, header out towards Vogel. Didn't quite go where he wanted, but Vogel skies for the header to win it again. Alsawehi stopped that one from being clean. Vogel dumped it around one. Vogel's pace will not be enough. Jafar out off his line will scoop this one up.
Ali Jafar looking to go high towards the forward.
Good header won there by the Piedmont back line. Big step from Pfeiffer here. Scramble in the midfield. Alsawehi will be the one to settle the chaos. It's Ruiz with time and space. Defender on front, one coming behind. Dumps it to Alcine. Down line. He is offsides. Vogel a little bit too far ahead of the play. Step and a half offsides. Needs to just be a little bit more patient. As we will see time stopped here.
The clock will stop at 1 minute 17 left to go.
Clock will restart here. Long ball headed up the pitch. Header won well. Alsawehi faked the clearance. Instead jumps into Jared Scott, who can absolutely fly. Scott squares up with one on front. We'll go down line to Castro. Castro, good skill move to sneak around one here. Castro waiting for teammates in the box. Beats one yet again. Tries to get around to second. Does get around to second. Service in is immediately played right back where it came from by Jenkins. Corner kick for Piedmont here. Seconds counting away. Gonna have to take it quickly. 45 on the clock. Clock is still moving as they choose to not have Castro take it. Pascuro's made his way over. Gonna have to be a quick service here. Alsawehi most likely the target. Long ball back of the box. Coffey didn't quite find it, and it's all the way back out to midfield. Reservice incoming. Played high and long towards Jafar. Austin tried to win the header. It sneaks over the bar. The keeper missed it, and it bounces over the turf with a massive kick.
My goodness, what an opportunity there. That was going to be the last chance. Lions made sure of that as the clock winds down from 5. Goal kick goes long, and the buzzer sounds. Tie game to finish it out. Lions versus Falcons. Your Piedmont Lions have tied the Pfeiffer Falcons in what turned out to be a very box-to-box game in the first half. Second half opening up a lot more. Good opportunities from both teams, but we start the way we end the way we started. Both teams still winless, but a good game it was.
Good game indeed. So Piedmont with the tie will move to 0-3-3. Pfeiffer will move to 0-4-3. That one, an interesting break down there. 37 fouls, 10 yellow cards, corners even at 7, and 37 shots between the two squads, but just one goal off of a penalty for each to show for it, Chloe.
Yeah, a tale of two halves. Pfeiffer certainly had the upper hand in the first half, and the Lions had the upper hand